Hello and welcome to another video and podcast from Fantasy Football Scout. My name is Joe and today I'm taking a look to see how our pundits and experts' predictions of the seasons are faring at the halfway stage. These were compiled before the season got underway back in July and involve the thoughts of experts such as FPL Focal, as FPL Harry and many more. Some of their predictions have been weirdly accurate, while some have been very far wide of the mark so far. Time will tell though. Will their predictions come true by the end of the season? Before we start, just want to remind people to do press that like button and also do subscribe so you can keep up to date with all the latest videos and podcasts. Also, do check over at fantasyfootballscout.co.uk for the latest membership offers as well. I understand there's a 7-day free trial going on and you get 20% off those fees there. You can have access to all the tools and gadgets there to help you do well in your FPL mini leagues. Okay, well, let's start with last year's winner, Ali, FPL Guns. Let's see what his predictions, how they've been doing so far. Okay, so top four. He's got Arsenal, Manchester United, Man City and Liverpool. No surprises there. The actual top four is Liverpool, Aston Villa, Man City and Arsenal. So almost there. This is going to be a common theme with all these predictions. All overestimating Manchester United's ability to be a top four side. It's looking dodgy at the moment, but you never know. Aston Villa as well, underestimated perhaps. Remains to be seen whether Aston Villa will remain in the top four, but they're doing very well at the moment, and they're certainly doing better than Manchester United. That will be a common theme there. Relegated, another common theme here. So the current three in the relegation spots is, as you would probably think, imagine it's the promoted sides, Luton, Burnley and Sheffield United, all of whom have okay FPL assets. Alfie Doughty at Luton, Burnley's Trafford in goal, and Sheffield United, a pretty well organised Archer is offering good value there. However, they are all in the relegation zone here. As for Ali, he said Luton and Sheffield United, overestimating Burnley perhaps, and very much underestimating Wolves. He's put Wolves as being relegated. Wolves are currently in 11th place. I believe they are the only side to win all the matches over Christmas as well. I might be wrong there, but certainly been doing well and doing well recently. Top point scorers, okay, no surprise there. Well, actually, no, Golden Boot winner. He's got Erling Haaland, no surprise there. Currently on 14 along with Salah. So yeah, with Salah off to AFCON, Haaland, when he's back from injury, should get back on the score sheet. And that's I think most people would probably predict that. Top FPL point scorer though is Saka. He's got there. So the top FPL point scorer is a Salah, 156. That's quite clear of the rest. Then you've got Son, Watkins, Haaland, Bowen, then Saka. So Saka is amongst the elite, but he's on 107 points, quite some distance behind Salah. Although Salah is off to AFCON in January, so time will tell. But as a top FPL point scorer, probably unlikely. Never know though. FPL surprise package, Enciso. Oh, sad for me as a Brighton fan. He was just injured. I mean, I guess that was the surprise in that he's not really going to play. He should be back in the second half of the season, so he could still become a surprise package. He certainly was last season. I think he was more last season's surprise package amongst them. But in terms of FPL, in terms of total points by the end of the season, he's going to struggle. But he's back from injury. But it remains to be seen, how much game he'll get there. In terms of biggest flop, he really doesn't like Szoboszlai at Liverpool. He's actually been doing well, doing okay. 73 points. He's a mainstay in the team. He could get more attacking returns with Salah out, but he's already had 6 attacking returns. Not bad for a debut season. Jury is out, I would say, on that one. Okay predictions there. But I think Ali could do better, even though he did win FPL last season. So we'll let him off. Next one is, let's see who we've got here. I think I'm doing this alphabetical. So it's Az, who hasn't won it, but he does ever so well on the predict. He does really well actually in predicting the matches. I think on FPL Black Box. I might be wrong there. He certainly was last season. So he was doing well there. He's not doing so well as people who watch FPL Black Box do this season, but second half of the season to go could be a good second half of the season for him. His top four: Arsenal, Man City, Manchester United, Liverpool. Same story again. Overestimating Manchester United, underestimating some of the other teams. Aston Villa, in fact, they're in the top four. Relegation, once again, perhaps overestimating Burnley and underestimating some of these other sides. Luton, Burnley and Sheffield United are in relegation zone. He's put Luton, Sheffield United and Wolves. As I said before, Wolves in 11th place, been doing well. Golden Boot winner Haaland, obviously, no surprise there. Top FPL point scorer Haaland. I think he's going to do well there. It'll be Haaland or Salah. I would imagine by the end of the season. FPL surprise package, Evan Ferguson. Now, Az is a Brighton fan like me, and we all hope that would be the case. I don't know if he's been a surprise package, because I guess the only surprise has been his lack of minutes. So he's very young, he's very good, and so he's being protected. He's not starting every match. If he is, he's coming off maybe 45, 60 minutes, maybe coming on for the last 30 minutes or so. He's in fact the 15th best forward in the game, but he does have 6 goals and an assist, and 3 of those in one game. Luckily I got that in my team. Minutes is the issue. Just 3 90-minute performances this season. So arguably he's more of a flop in FPL terms, even though he's a great player. It's just lack of minutes. And flop, Gabriel Jesus, really not keen on him. And he's right here. He has been a bit of a flop. 21st best striker in terms of points. I know injury has curtailed some of his matches in game time, but that's poor for Arsenal, considering Arsenal top 4 side. Could even win it. That's poor for Jesus. Just on 48 points. That's not good at this stage of the season. That's basically appearance points and a few attacking returns there. Who is next on the predictions? FPL Flapjack there. Top 4 once. This is good. He hasn't underestimated hadn't overestimated Manchester United. He's got Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool and Newcastle. Reminder that 3 of those are currently accurate, but Aston Villa in the top 4. Newcastle vying for top 4 remains to be seen. They're a bit of a slump at the moment. They're near the top 4 though, so not too bad. In terms of relegated, he's really overestimated some of these promoted sides and really underestimated some mainstays of the Premier League. So he's got Bournemouth, Wolves and Sheffield United to be relegated. Just a reminder, the current 3 is Luton, Burnley, Sheffield United. He's really underestimated Wolves in 11th and Bournemouth, 12th place they're in. So they're doing well. So I don't think that's going to happen. You never know. Golden Boot winner, Haaland, we've covered that. That's no surprise there. Top FPL point scorer, Salah, good shout. Even if he is off to AFCON, he's leading that race at the moment, and by quite some distance. FPL surprise package. Well, it surprised me. Josh Brownhill, 50 points he's on so far, so that's not great for Burnley. So he really does like Burnley, or did do in July. There are in fact 30 better mids than Brownhill. I think he might even be more. I think he may have actually been on the 3rd page when I was looking at the stats, which makes it even worse. But yeah, no. I wouldn't say a flop. I don't think anyone was really considering Josh Brownhill that seriously. He's got James Maddison as a flop. He's injured, so he's not playing. So in FPL terms, possibly. But 9 attacking returns in 11? I don't think that's a flop. He's back with the team. I don't know whether he'll be back in full training yet, but certainly a player I've got my eye on to return to my side. And he was in my side for a lot of those 11 games. And I'm very welcome his 9 attacking returns were. So, not sure about that one, Flapjack. Let's move on. We're rattling through these. I've got quite a few. Got about a dozen or so, and I'll sort of skip some of the normal ones like Gold Boot winner Haaland, of course. Top FPL point scorer Haaland or Salah, yeah, of course. But this is FPL Focals one. Another one. He's overestimating Manchester United. He's got Arsenal, Manchester City, Liverpool, Manchester United. Relegated, he's got Forest, Sheffield United and Luton. So another to overestimate Burnley's ability to stay up. Nottingham Forest as well. Now, Forest have a new manager, so he was close with this one, but they did get a new manager, and they're now up to 15th. They've looked really good recently. In the last 3 games, even when they lost against Bournemouth, they look good. And I think they are turning it around. Could be a new manager bounce, and they could still be dragged into the relegation scrap. But I think they're probably safe for now. Haaland, we've covered, Golden Boot winner. Top FPL point scorer, Haaland. FPL surprise package, Havertz, wow. 52 points. There are more than 50 midfielders better. Sorry, it must have been with Josh Brownhill. I think there were around 60 midfielders who were better. But with Havertz, there are around 50 midfielders who are better than him in terms of FPL points. 52 points, that's poor. 4 goals and assists for his price playing for Arsenal. I'll probably expect more for that. Those attacking turns are okay, but he's just not getting the game time as well. He could do much better. This is weirdly accurate. Flop, Barnes. Well, Barnes has been injured long term, and it doesn't look like he's going to be back anytime soon. So I don't know if FPL Focal's down at the training ground with a tripwire or something. But he's accurate there so far. It's not Barnes' fault being a flop, but just not. He's injured. Let's rattle through this. FPL Generals next. Let's see what he predicted. Yeah, another one to overestimate Man U. You've got Man City, Arsenal, Man U, and Liverpool as the top 4. Relegated, he's got Luton, Sheffield, that's accurate so far. And Wolves, as we said, they're 11th. It's in fact Burnley who are down in the relegation zone. Golden Boot winner, Haaland, no surprise. Top FPL point scorer, Haaland, no surprise. FPL surprise package, like FPL Focal. This is weirdly unnerving because De Bruyne wasn't injured at this stage when he compiled this. De Bruyne became injured. Alvarez came in that role. And he's done, it may not feel like he's done well, but he's been ticking along very nicely. He's the 4th highest scoring forward in FPL. He's on 97 points. He's been a good asset to own. Well done on guessing that a guy would get injured and another guy would come in its place. So bit of luck there. Well, not for KDB obviously, but for FPL General. And he's got Brian Bomo as the biggest flop. Not at all. I really wasn't keen on him. I'm not quite sure why that was, because we all knew Ivan Toney would be out and Bomo would be on pens and sort of be one of the talisman for Brentford, if not the talisman. He's in fact the 10th highest scoring mid still. He hasn't played since Gameweek 15 because he's been injured. 11 attacking returns so far. Not a flop at all. FBL Harry is next. Let's have a look, see what he's guessed. I bet you I can get. He's another one with the top 4 of Manchester United. So he's got Man City, Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, overestimating Man United there. Relegated, Luton, correct. Sheffield United, correct. These aren't correct as in they're going to be relegated. Correct as in currently they're in the relegation spots. Bournemouth, as we said, they're ranked 12th, so underestimating them. Golden Boot winner, Haaland, no surprise. Top FPL point scorer, Mohamed Salah, no surprise. FPL surprise package, Paqueta, this is a bold one. Good guess, actually. Doing well in the eye. 7 attacking returns. Oh, so I'm just getting a drink of water now. My voice goes. 7 attacking returns so far. And doing well on the eye. So quite a nice guess that, actually. But flop, not keen on Trippier. Now, Trippier's form has dipped recently. Obviously recording this over just after Christmas. But a flop, he's the 2nd highest scoring defender with 7 assists, which is the joint top number of assists for defenders alongside Porro, one of my favourite players at the moment in FPL. So no, not a flop at all. Okay, who is next? Oh, my old Scoutcast co-presenter, FPL Mode. What has he got? Obviously, and as a Manchester United fan, he's another to overestimate them. Man City, Man United, Arsenal and Liverpool is top 4. No surprise there. Relegated, Sheffield United, Luton. They are in the relegation zone. And Bournemouth, 12th place. So I underestimating them. Golden Boot winner, Erling Haaland, top scorer, Haaland, no surprises there. FPL surprise package, like Az, he's gone Ferguson. So it's really the minutes there that has curtailed that. But yeah, I mean, it's not been a surprise. I guess the surprise there is that he hasn't had more minutes. But Brighton aren't short of goals, although they did drew against West Ham, but they're not short. Biggest FPL flop? Well, this is more like it with Havertz. Yeah, as I said, 52 points, more than 50 mids better. 4 goals and assists. So far, yes, as he's been a flop there. Yeah, okay predictions there from FPL mode. Johnny's next. Oh, another one. Everyone overestimates Manchester United. Man City, Arsenal, Man United, and Chelsea. Now, he's a Chelsea fan, so it's no surprise he's put Chelsea there. Chelsea are, in fact, in 10th and level with Wolves. I suppose the signs were there, more haphazard recruitment, and they were a bit better this season. They did offload some of their players, but the summer hasn't been kind to them in terms of injuries. But yeah, they haven't still got the sort of structure and the team in place there. So yeah, you never know. Time will tell. They're certainly looking better now than they did at the beginning of the season, but currently in 10th. Level with Wolves, I believe, on points. A relegation, he's got Luton, Sheffield United, and Wolves. Another to underestimate Wolves there. Golden Boot winner Haaland, no surprise. FPL point scorer, top one. Erling Haaland, no surprise. Another one to Pat Ferguson. I mean, I guess this is the eye test, really, as well. I mean, non-Brighton fans, Brighton fans alike, they're all, think, he would be a good asset to any team, really. But he hasn't got those minutes. As I said, 15th. Best forward, just six goals and assists from his limited starts, just 3 90-minute performances. Pretty good. So, yeah, okay with that. Andy Robertson is his FPL flop. Well, that hasn't been poor Andy's fault. He's been injured. So time will tell. I guess he's, in terms of him against Alexander-Arnold, he is cheaper. But he should come back from injury soon, but I don't know. I don't exactly know when that will be. So far in terms of FPL, yeah, not his fault, but yeah, he's been injured. The great and the good guru himself, Greyhead. Let's see what his predictions are. This is, as I said, this all back in July. Another one, Manchester United, Man City, Man United, Arsenal, and Spurs. So he likes Spurs. I think he's a Spurs fan. So he's put Spurs up. That's not too bad, actually. They've been doing all right. So once Son comes back from the Asia Cup, Maddison returns, they're looking pretty good again. I mean, when they had their full complement of, well, not full complement, when they had most of their players, they had their good defense, their centre backs that could stop the the counter attack against them because they play such a high line. They were pretty good outfit, but yeah, they've stalled a bit recently, but still winning, still looking good, still good under. And so I as a neutral, I wouldn't mind Spurs in the top 4. I think they deserve it certainly an attacking attempt. Relegated, Sheffield United, Luton, no surprises. Bournemouth, another one who's underestimating Bournemouth. Golden Boot winner, Haaland. Top FPL point scorer, Haaland. No surprises there. That should come to fruition. FPL surprise package, Luis Diaz he likes. Diaz, it's minutes has been the issue there. I mean, he still looks good. 56 FPL points, not great. 5 returns, but considering, he's not getting... the guaranteed to start, should get more with Salah off to AFCON, just because it frees up another space for people who would compete with him on the left. But I think I had to go onto the third page of midfield stats for him on the FPL website. Biggest FPL flop, Christopher Nkunku. Well, this is, weirdly accurate in a way so far, because the poor guy's been injured, so he's now been playing. He did score when he came on, when he came back from injury, then was benched again. So, with Jackson going for Chelsea to AFCON, he should get more minutes. I don't know whether he'll play up front or in a more attacking sort of midfield role. But time will tell. But, there's just... I guess he has been a flop so far, just because he's been injured. Okay, who is up next? Hibbo. Hibbo, I like Hibbo's ones. Well, more or less. Yes, once again, top 4, another one. Say Manchester United, Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool for his choices. Relegated, Sheffield United, Luton. Okay, they're in the relegation zone. Bournemouth, another one No one liked Bournemouth back in summer, did they? Golden Boot winner, he says Haaland. Top FPL point scorer Haaland. I don't think anyone will argue with that. That's possibly going to happen. FPL surprise package, Pascal Gross. Well, not a surprise for me as a Brighton fan. He was the top chance creator in the Bundesliga before he came to Brighton many years ago. He has been an absolute success. I believe he was the top scoring Brighton midfielder last season, to the surprise of everyone. Good shout, I think. Fixtures improving as well. He's the 13th best mid in terms of FPL points with 82, not too bad. And he's the 6th best in terms of assists with 6. And he's got 3 goals too. Almost scored against West Ham. Pretty much, if he doesn't score, he almost does in most games. So yeah, good choice there. Biggest FPL flop. Well, this is Reece James. I don't think... Well, I mean, he's still been... People were getting him in. But he's too injury prone. As soon as he comes back in, he gets injured again. And it's just, it's true. He's probably the biggest FPL flop in the last few seasons, and that's not his fault, sadly. It's not to do with him, it's just to do with his injuries. It's not to do with his sort of skill on the pitch. Who have we got next on the predictions? Let's go for Late Riser, Soprano from FPL Wire. Once again, top 4, Man City, Arsenal, Manchester United, Liverpool, no surprises there. Relegated, Luton Town, Sheffield United and Wolves, he thinks. So underestimating Wolves and overestimating Burnley so far. Golden Boot winner, Erling Haaland, top FPL point scorer, Haaland again. FPL surprise package, Diogo Jota. Okay, time will tell. Could step up in Salah's absence. That's looked good. Just 57 points. But very limited starts, has been injured, has obviously got rotation as well. I think it's a good call, actually. He's had 9 returns so far. If he can get some more minutes, I think he could be a bit of a surprise package. And flop Andy Robertson, once again, injury has proved that to be getting on for be accurate so far. Milanista is next. Same old story. Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester United. Time will tell whether they all get this wrong, but so far Manchester United not in the reckoning for top 4. Relegated, Luton Town, Sheffield, and once again underestimating Bournemouth. Golden Boot winner Haaland, top FPL point scorer Haaland. Not going to dwell on that. FPL surprise package, Phil Foden. I guess he has been, in a way. I haven't had a good track record getting Phil Foden in my side, even though I am considering him at the moment. It's because, I mean, with De Bruyne's absence, with a lot of absentees, Gundogan going, for example, they need that player to sort of fulfill that sort of central role, sort of coming into the box late, that kind of thing, just supply those assists and goals from that central role. And I think he has, he's been good at that. So far, every time I get him in, though, he ends up on the naughty step for some reason. I don't know, and so it's annoying. But yeah, I think he has been a good surprise package, really, for me so far. 96 points, 11 attacking returns, 12th highest scoring player. Full stop. That is out of all the players. So yeah, good call. Biggest FPL flop, Trippier. Once again, another one here. Just a reminder, he is the 2nd highest scoring defender, not a flop. And I think we have the last one coming. It's Praz. So deadline dilemmas, FPL wires, Praz. Another one, Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester United. Okay, same old. Relegated, Luton, Sheffield and Nottingham Forest. So close there with Nottingham Forest, but new managers should keep them out. Golden Boot winner Haaland, top FPL point scorer Haaland. No surprises there. FPL surprise package. Darwin Núñez. Well, it's a surprise if he ever scores. So I think anyone who watched him sort of last season will know what you're getting into with Darwin Núñez. But so far this season, no player has missed more chances. He's had more big chances. That is 18. He's had only 3 of his 21 big chances haven't been missed. So yeah, he's statistically. Not the worst striker, as in he is getting big chances, but he's certainly the most prolific misser. And he's not a fun player to own. I had him for about 2 weeks and it's a flop as far as I'm concerned. And Christopher Nkunku, he's got his FPL flop. Once again, injuries has proved that to be correct so far. Remains to be seen in the second half of the season whether he's accurate there. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed having a look through all these predictions. It sort of it's a good indicator of how, what our experts thought during the summer, as they were looking ahead, those heady days of looking ahead, being optimistic for their teams. I noticed the Chelsea fan thinking that Chelsea will be in the top four. A lot of Manchester United fans about, clearly. Haaland's no surprise being Golden Boot winner. I mean, he may not be, but I reckon he will. But yeah, some interesting names as well. Particularly, I think it was Hibbo's one that particularly I thought was good. In thinking about Pascal Gross being a surprise package, he did surprise people last season. When you even say that, he was the top scorer in Brighton mid, and FPL Flop correctly saying Reece James. No one else said Reece James, but yeah, he would. I mean, he is the poster boy for being, an FPL letdown this season. Thanks a lot for your time. Do remember to press that like button, and do remember to subscribe, and do have a look at fantasyfootballscout.co.uk for latest members offers. Thanks for your time, and good luck with all our pundits for the second half of the season. Maybe your predictions will all come right. We never know. Thanks for your time. See you soon. Bye now.